Hello and welcome back to Marineford TCG. My name is Joe. Drink of the day is Tenzing Lime and Mint. And finally today I'm revisiting Red Black Sabo. And I've been trying out the new Black Sabo promo that is coming to us in the West in January. Unfortunately, not December was initially scheduled as such. However, it got delayed to January. Who knows why? And this card does actually feel very, very strong in the deck. It makes your early game so much less horrific because you get out of being a 4K leader sooner. And you get to develop just like a really good body. Like, this is a 4/7 blocker that's an 8 cost. It's no joke. Other than that, this list is pretty standard. We are on the Black Spiral, really good into Zoro, decent into other decks as well. We're also on full 4 of the Stussy, because you really need to see this into Ace. If you can draw this on curve into Ace, the matchup just gets easier and easier and easier, the longer the game goes on. So I really do like the Stussy for Ace. Emu, I think, is one of the tougher matchups of the big three. I haven't actually got any games into Emu. I wasn't running into them in ranked. I was running into a whole bunch of Zoros and a whole bunch of Aces. So no emo games in this video, I'm afraid. But other than that, it is the same old Sabo. We've gained a new preferred Fordon play. This is better than Hack, for sure. Just combos with the leader perfectly. I mean, it's designed as such. On 6, you still want to play this guy every single game. And as such, we're still playing 1 Gorillion Searchers, 4 Betties, 4 Garps, 4 Koalas, and 4 Stage. You really should see it. You don't. The games where you whiff this feel so much worse because you don't have another good 6-ton play. Like, you can play this guy, he's fine. You can play this guy, he's fine. But he's not to this Sabo. This Sabo is so important. After that, your top end, you do still have a good amount of flexibility. You got the Black Dragon who can resummon the Black Sabo. Very strong if you can pull off the combo. Red Dragon, nice if you want to increase your aggression. Stussy, obviously great into Ace. Can be good into other sort of slower decks that are not in that big three as well. Useless into Sabo. Useless into Emu. Unless they like park a 10 cost for some reason. In which case I'm in Go Wild, I guess. And of course we are on Roger. And maybe be better to go on 3 of this. And like either 3 Stussy. Or like cut 1, I don't know, the amount of bricks in this deck's kind of high. I wouldn't want to cut a counter card for another Roger, because we'd already play, what's this, like 4, 8, 12, 15, 19, 23 bricks, and 5 counter events. It's a bit sus sometimes. You'll have like a 6 card hand with 1k counter. And that's why this stage is so important. Every turn letting you cycle out one of your bricks if like this isn't in the matchup, or you've got too many dragons, you can trash them. Find a lot of 2Ks, and all our 2Ks as a result are Rev Army. For the Morley, he is not great, but neither are any of them. 2 of the Hack, it's a really bad summon off the Black Dragon, but it's okay. And 4 of this Sabo. He's the best one by far. It's the only one you ever really want to play from hand. Morley you might do on 5, exactly, but you're never playing this on 4. It just feels really bad. You can search all of these 2Ks off all of your searchers, which is nice. That's why I'm not on the Red Koala. It actually increases your whiff chance on this Black Koala just a little bit. And it can come up. 2 Waxing Fist, it's nice later. It's just a 4K event. Classic, you can find it off again. All of your searchers except for the Garp, because it's not a 3 cost or higher. Yep, deck feels good. Your Ace matchup definitely feels like the best of the big 3. Emu and Zoro, a little bit more tougher, but certainly winnable, especially if you win dice. And my 2 big issues with this deck is you really want to go second. Like, my god, you want to go second. I mean, your curve is evens. Everyone else's curve is evens as well. But going second with this deck, it just feels so much smoother. Like, you go Sabo, then you go with some kind of dragon. It's perfect. The world is good. But when you're on odds, it does feel a lot worse, I will say. Also, because your curve is so strict, despite having literally 16 searchers, sometimes you still whiff. Sometimes you don't see the Sabo on 4, you don't see this on 6. Or you don't see your right, like, unsearchable top end. I say in air quotes because obviously we have Garp, but Stussy and Roger are still a little bit hard to come by sometimes. However, the deck is a lot of fun if you're a Red Black Sabo enjoyer. Next month, when we get this promo, is going to be a great time to play this. And when the Heroine set comes out, we have the new Koala as well, which is quite interesting. This one, there you go. She's an 8 cost, and then when she goes down, you can play a 6 cost Rev Army from your trash. So if you're playing against Zoro in particular, this is really nice because if they take it out, well, if you've got this in the trash, guess who's coming? It's a big blocker, which is quite pleasant. It's also a 1k, which is, again, quite pleasant. Not sure whether this is going to just replace the Sabo or come in alongside the Sabo. We'll have to see. Either way, thank you for listening to me talk about the deck. Here's a couple of games with Red-Black Sabo. Got him into Ace, and I've actually just played this guy a minute ago. We're going first this time, so it should be a little more awkward. I don't think that hand is good enough going first. I'm not sure this hand is good enough either, but we'll see what we can do. Ooh, very important cards in here. Wow. 3 very, very important cards here. And 2 black spirals in hand. You'll love to see it. Not. Ah. That's a tough call. I think I'm going to take this and just kind of rely on drawing something towards the late stage of the game. There's a lot more Sabos, a lot more searchers that can find that Sabo. This, we've only got one more turn before we really want to see it. So I'm going to go with this one, but that was a tough call. Roger is another card. We've just sent one to the bottom. There's only one more. And Roger is good into Ace. Although if we can execute our primary strategy of Stussy, Roger's actually not as important into Ace. So we'll see. We'll see how this one goes. He's got the Ezo. He is Whitebeard. Very nice. Do we have a second searcher? Nope, just the Don lead. Well, that's a perfect top deck. That is incredible. Absolutely incredible. Let's toss this Spiral. Definitely going to take this. That's a given. And we may as well just swing 6 here then. Nothing else doing. Okay, we've got a very strong curve now. We've got this. We've got a 5 Don play. We've got our 7 Don play. We don't have a Stussy. Stussy would be lovely. Dragon is an okay alternative. But we do really need to see Stussy at some point. Otherwise, this matchup's going to get quite difficult quite fast. 6 on 6 here. He's thinking about whether he wants to counter. Doesn't. Just takes the two draws. That's fair enough. We're only going to have like a swing of... Will it be like 7 next turn? No, we might actually be able to swing 8, which is actually quite good. We'll be taking that, though. No. If he puddings us from 6 to 5, then whatever. It's going to be Marco, right? Yeah, Marco. Garp's good. Garp is probably worth playing this turn. How are we drawing just all black spirals, by the way? It's very funny. Let's ditch another one of these, because this search is very small. Okay, I'll just take a 2k. That's fine. And I think I want to play this. And then it's the choice of whether or not we swing 8 or play out the Garp. He doesn't have a Don in his lead, so I kind of like the swing 8. Well, like, I took bottom because I was mashing, but I'm glad I did, because that one is called Stussy. We'll swing 8. Either he loses a draw on the Marco, or gives us 2 cards, or loses a draw on the leader effect. This is a good turn to be swinging 8, I think. Goes with the Izzo. That's fine. And the nice thing about this Sabo costing 8 is just that he can't Jozu it. Not that Jozu's very good here anyway, because he just picked up his 1 cost, but... Think about whether to... No, that was the Izzo effect still, okay. Okay, just 2k, 1k, I'll take it. Absolutely, that's great. That is a really good turnout. We've got a solid curve now, can't lie. It's looking pretty strong. Stussy on curve, with a really good target as well in this Garp. I'm liking it. We don't even need this dragon necessarily. He's got the yams. See if he swings this Marco. He does. If he swings 8 here, I mean, it's kind of neither here nor there, right? We're better off just taking the free block. If he swings 8, I can still 2k, 1k. I don't really want to, though. I don't really want to. If he puddings next turn, how boned are we? Kind of. But he's not whitebearding. It's okay. I think we can take that one. I don't really love giving up 2 cards there because we only have 3 cards with counter on them. Let me toss another black spiral. Just get these stupid ass spirals out of here. Take a Betty. This is going to be the turn where we play our Garp, I think. Because we're not going to be able to Garp next turn because we need to use all our Don for Stussy. Definitely playing this. Let's just do this now. Do this. Do I want to attack Marco? I kind of do. I kind of do. I think his board is what's going to damage us more. Marco goes down already. That's brilliant. We'll take one card out of his hand and then go with a second Garp. I think now is as good a time as any, and we are going to need to defend up this turn. 11 in hand, though. It's kind of gross. I know we've seen the event. I don't think we've seen the Whitebeard itself, but got to assume he's got it. Let's go with this. Don't want another one of these. I guess I should take a 2k there. It's not really what I was looking for, can't lie. Hoping to see more Stussies. A Roger would have been pretty good. A few different things. We are Whitebeard. Well, at least he is. And we're going to have 8/8 to defend here. That's fine. We can defend both of those pretty easily. It's going to cost us 3 cards. Which is not too bad. And we do have the Stussie in response to deal with Mr. Whitebeard. Yeah, we'll go block and 1k there. I'll give up the Koala because I don't want to randomly mill my Stussies. 8 to 6. Yeah, we'll give up 2k. 2k, I think, actually. I think that's fine. What in this hand do I not like? Honestly, it's all kind of good. The Black Dragon is our last actual play. It's probably a Betty. Toss a Betty. Do I want another one of these, or do I want a 2k? The Sabo is not bad for next turn, but we do have... What's in our trash? A bunch of dog shit, actually. We could take the Sabo. We probably don't need... Yeah, we could take the Sabo, and then next time we have, like, Dragon Sabo as a backup play. That's fine. And go with the Stussie. Go to this. Go to that. He gets to draw 1. Go 70 Yamato. Again, taking out his board I do think is just very important to deny him value, especially as we are at 2 life. It's a little scary. And I will just attack with everything, though. I think that's fine. We've got to start getting cards out of him at some point. Cool, there's the leader effect. And we'll go 8 to 6, and this will probably go down. But he can give us 2 cards to save it. Looks like he is going to counter to save it. Yeah, that's fair. Keeping something on the board is nice, so that you can get the value out of those Whitebeard Dons. Otherwise, it can get a bit tricky sometimes. Got to be another Whitebeard. Not another Whitebeard, huh? I'll give up a 1k here. It's fine. We don't really need any more searches. Not this one, anyway. Oh, wow. He has not got a good turn here. Double yams ain't the worst. 8 to 6. And take. It's not that good into this board, actually. You know, it's not that good into this board. I think I prefer Dragon Sabo. Yeah, I think I definitely prefer Dragon Sabo over the Stussy there. Waxing Fist's decent here. Actually, we need to take one of these out. What's the hand? We've got 4k and a 4k. We're going to have an blocker. I think we probably do want to take out one of them. Send back Betty, Koala, and Betty. Doesn't really matter. We'll bring back this. Over the top of Gorp. Do this here. Do this here. This is at 8. 8 to 6 is decent. Let's just do that now. I do think I want to clear one of them. But we are going to need to push the pace a little bit here. Our board is very, very good, though, thankfully. It goes down. Let's go 8 with this Sabo. We do need to be a little bit careful because of Roger, right? We need to make sure we can counter 6, 6, 6. Which currently we're good for. We're good for 666. So we can't get Rogged. So we are free to just attack with everything. This Stussy hit is almost certainly going to go through. And then he probably needs to give us 4 cards here to defend these 2 Sabo swings. 2k, 1k. And with the 1 blocker and the 8k in hand, we never die to like a split. Which is why I'm very happy to just attack with all these blockers. Oh wow, he's out of 2ks. That's not ideal. Let's hit him down to 1. Great stuff. Pass it over there. 1 Don open. I'm liking it. I'm liking our position here. Even if he whitebeards, we do still have the option of playing another Stussy. I don't think it's going to come to that. But it's a nice option to have, right? It's a nice option to have. Also have the stage. We can probably just look towards ditching one of these Sabos. Maybe find the red dragon. I know I just cycled one out very, very recently. In favour of grabbing the waxing fist. Just to guarantee the defense. If I hadn't had the waxing fist, we'd have probably ended up leaving one more of these blockers upright. Here's Whitebeard. Very nice. Yeah, no life take. Draw 2, trash 1. 2 here, 2 here. Very good. Is he going to respect Roger? We don't have it, but he should respect it and attack board, I think, here. Attacking lead. I guess attacking it once is kind of fine. These are what, both 8s? I'm going to give it 2k here. He needs to respect Roger, I think. So there's no way he's living Roger. No, we can probably go for game here, I think. This can be an Uta. What if we just let it go down? Let's trash this 2k. What if we just let this go down? 1 Don Rad Beam. Okay, no Uta. If we let this go down, I can probably clear both Yams and Stussy the negate. We still have a Waxing Fist for next turn. I think it's pretty safe, actually, to let this go down. Because if we do go for it, I mean, we've got 6 swings. He gets out of 2 of them for free. This is basically a freebie as well for 3. We know he doesn't have any 2Ks, though. And if he can save one of these after we do the Stussy play, there's no way we're ever going to kill him out anyway, so... I actually don't think this is that bad. Just let this go down. No, we don't... I mean, this Sabo's worse. Let's get rid of that. It's actually nearly a whiff. There's the Rogger. Damn. What are we killing with Stussy as well? I guess this dragon? I mean, if he blocks, we'll just go lethal, right? If he blocks, we go lethal. If he doesn't, we Stussy the negate. Just lets it go down. That's fine. Go 8-6. Yeah, I probably could have gone for lethal that turn, but I don't think there's any real need to. Because this play, I think, is incredibly safe. To save this Yamato, he's got to give us 2 cards now, 2 more, and then Rad Beam and another one. It's like theoretically possible, but realistically not going to happen. Given that we know he had no 2Ks from last turn. I know you had no 2Ks from last turn. Did he bait me? Did he bait me? No. Okay. Okay. He did not bait me. Like, there's no way you had those 2Ks, right? Give me 3 1Ks last turn with the Josus, right? Yeah, it's like Josu Garp or Josu Pudding. I can't remember which. But yeah, and this is like, it doesn't matter. Yeah, he had the Roger. We didn't have the Roger. He did have the Roger. These last two were both bricks. I mean, we knew he didn't have all the 2K, so I think that play was safe. Could I have also gone for game last turn? Probably, but it is what it is. It didn't really matter in the end there. Well played to our opponent. Nice to get a win going first as well. Gonna go to Zoro. We're going second. Decent 4-6, but no searchers, no 8 on play. It's okay. Sushi's bad. I think I'm going to mulligan. It's kind of slightly worse. It is what it is. Corona. Yeah, I really like to see the stage in this matchup in particular, because it feels like you need to hit a lot in this one. Okay, well, we hit the stage. That's a pretty good find. Let's go with that. We... Loki might want the Roger. Am I tossing the Waxing Fist? Or maybe the Dragon? I think I'm tossing the Dragon here. I guess I'll take a Dragon. That's a bit weird search. I don't really want another search there. Oh, that's great. Either we can only take Morley. Okay, well, we've got no 4 on play. We've got no 6 on play. It's not looking good so far, but we'll see what we can do. Hiyori, at least we have Garp to battle Hiyori. That's nice. And we'll just see a 6 at lead, I guess. What did he take off his thing? Off his Piranha. Aquina, sure. He's got Aquina and a 4-cost Zoro. We'll take that. No trigger. That's perfect. That is the Dream top deck. Don't really have anything I want to trash, in fact. This will swing for 3, I guess. We'll trash a Morley. Looking for Sabo. No Sabo. We'll take a Betty. Yeah, still no 6 cost. Little scary. Do this. Take the top. We're done here. 3 to Hiyori. And then 7 at leader. Okay. Now, the hand's kind of weird. We've got a lot of 2Ks here. He's almost certainly going to play either Tashigi or Kuina. I really hope it's Tashigi. Yes, because we only have to defend this for 1 2K, which is great. And he can't even attack the Garp with the Piranha, which is quite funny. Yeah, you can't do that. Unless we let this go down, which we're not going to. We'll give up another Morley there. I don't want to take this, but equally I do. For the extra chance of seeing the 6 costs, and trashing my, all my counter means we're going to have trouble defending our bodies, especially if we don't see the 6 costs. So I'm going to gamble. And that's a perfect target to trash, I think. Yeah. Oh, no 6 cost Sabo. That sucks. That sucks big time. I guess we'll take this. And then we'll go digging. Well, we want this in trash for next turn with the Black Dragon, so I guess I'll take the Betty. Just kind of don't have a play, do we? Like, I could have played that second Sabo if I'd kept it. Let's go with the Betty. Ugh. Just in the 2K, I guess. Okay. Not ideal. We'll leave one open for the Waxing Fist. Do you want to play the third Betty? What are we even looking for at this point? There isn't much. Like, we've got loads of 2Ks. This is kind of just a wasted Don, I think, at this point. Yeah, so we'll go 1 Don here. The rest on here. Swing 6. Swing 7, I think. Not in love with how this game's going. I was going to leave 1 Don up for the Waxing, wasn't I? It is what it is. Ooh. I feel like you take that one, rather than giving us 3 1Ks. He's opening the door there a little bit. He's opening the door, I think. Cavendish, very strong play this turn. We'll probably see like 7 lead, then 9 Sabo, 9 lead. No, just a Queen. Okay. I mean, Queen is fine. It doesn't matter. I don't know why we played this. I have loads of searches to swing into this. This just seems like a mistake. Yeah, because now it's just like 7. You're not clearing this now. We got the hack. They're all pretty useless. I don't like that play. I don't like this Karina. Just that extra Don, enabling you to swing 9 into 7 and then 9 into lead. It's just more demanding, right? Or you can even put it on the cheeky and swing 8 into 6, 8 into lead. Because this is never going here. Yeah. We'll give up the Morley now. I'm a little scared to take this one. We're not going to have a Don for this next turn either. It's quite scary taking this one here. I think I'll counter this one. They're going to get bigger. They're going to get bigger. And we're probably going for lethal somewhat soon anyway. Another Sabo is absolutely not what I want. We'll get rid of him. I'll take a 2k. That's perfect. Then we'll go with Dragon. We're going to play one of these. Let's just swing with one of them first. Doesn't really matter which. Let's do that there. Then we'll go with the Dragon. Send back whatever. Morley, Sabo, and Morley. Bring back Sabo over the top of Betty. Use this effect. Then we could low-key go 7-7 into Shigi. It might go through. It might. He took a Quina and a Zoro, and he's given us both of them, potentially, by now. But equally, we can go 7-7 at lead. If those both go through, we have a real chance of winning next turn. Can we die this turn? Very possibly. We do have 2 2Ks, though. And then 2 bricks. Seven. Well, I think a little bit more. Because we have the Roger, we could just not swing this. Just as the extra bit of assurance. Because we probably win next turn anyway with Roger. He's going to have 5 in hand, 2 Dons. We'd have 1, 2, 3 swings, 4 swings for sure. 7, 8, 9, 13. You'd need to counter a 7 and 8. It's possible. Let's just swing this now. Okay. He can rest that one very easily anyway. Just Korean arrests this. If he had DMG, then that can rest both anyway. So Tashigi does rest that. That is very true. We're going to probably lose some characters here. That's fine. If we lose like this Sabo, at least we got the swing with him first, right? Don't think we'll lose this one, though. Unless he piles a lot of Don on. Like a serious amount of Don. We'll see. Or swings like all these Tashigis into it. Or Tashigi on the Cav. Cav does regen 2 as well. He probably starts with 6 lead from Cav. I think that makes sense. Seven to 7. So he's threatening 10, 10, 10, and 7. Or 8, 9, 9. 8, 9, 9 is not that good. We would need to draw less than 2k from 2 cards. We've seen a lot of 2ks though, haven't we? I think I'll defend this. It makes him feel less confident, I feel. If he was going for lethal, he definitely wouldn't start with like 7 on 7, I feel. 9 to 8. He does still have 8, 9, 9 at lead. He still has the possibility of 8, 9, 9 at lead. Which is terrifying. I think we have to let that go. Hmm. We also aren't actually in Roger range because he's not at 0. Something to be said for that. We would only have 3 swings now, and this is bad. Yeah. Maybe we can't Roger now. We probably can't Roger now. It's 2k this one. He couldn't restand and swing back into it. But at least that stops him swinging twice at our life, and maybe we can defend another turn. I don't know. Koshiro. Okay. Is this ever useful? Maybe. Unless we go for lethal with the Garp and the Koala. 5 swings. 1, 2. Might be able to get there. He did give us a bunch of 1Ks earlier. That might mean he's drawn into 2Ks. I don't think this Roger is going to come up this turn. Could it come up next turn? We're at risk of dying, though, for sure. We're very much at risk of dying. Even if we clear both of these, if we have 2 blockers and clear these, but that's not going to happen, right? That's just not going to happen. I don't actually know what I want here. I think we have to try for the lethal. I'll take this as a backup, I guess. I think we have to try for lethal though. This is at 7, so we can go 9. 9 with leader. And Dragon's very, very big. And he has 1 blocker. I think we're going 9 with Sabo. Because if he blocks like the leader swing, we can sort of turn into, okay, we're going to attack with the weenies now. And if he doesn't, then the dragon becomes incredibly large. I mean counter, sorry. I mean blocking as well, but yeah, if he negates one of these 2 early 9s, he's going to be in trouble. The easiest way for him to get out of this is DMG plus 2k. That's it. It's DMG plus 2k. Okay, he came back. Did give us the DMG and 2k. Right, well now we want to split 3 ways. So I think we go 7k here with lead. Because we can still attack with all these weenies. And we want to attack with as few weenies as possible, obviously. Because, you know, they're small. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? But we have 7k here. If he counters this, that's his whole hand. And we can split with both the Koala and the Garp. These are already at 3, so we can actually go 6, 7. Funny. Funny. This is just guaranteed now, right? Because he blocked that. Yeah, he should have taken that one. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He just has to either counter this one, in which case we go Garp, or he takes, and then the dragon just wins. So, GG to our opponent, that should be lethal there. Should not have blocked this early. Yeah. And then that'll be the game. Well played. Wonder what was in his hand. GG. Okay, yeah, he didn't have the counter anyway. So we would have won regardless with that. Slightly dodgy lethal, but big up the Koala. Came in clutch. I think there's a few ways that last turn there could have gone. And we beat him on his 9-don turn, which is quite interesting. Definitely a few things. I think if he'd just not played the Queener, I mean, he had an extra card in hand, and he had an extra K swing into this Sabo really early. Yeah. And then the last turn, he could have probably done his swings differently. He just didn't know how much counter was in our hand, right? You never know, because we were cycling a bunch for this stage, so it's hard to say. But yeah, I think I messed up on the one turn where I didn't leave it on open for the Waxing Fist. That was a mistake. Other than that, I think we played that one pretty decently. Let me know if there was anything you spotted. Got to get into Zoro. We're going second, which, you know, I'll take. I always like going second with Sabo. We do have double searches. The Stussy is pretty useless, though. If one of these was the stage, I'd definitely keep, but if these searches don't really hit, like, two good things, we are in a bad way. So I think I'm gonna risk the mulligan. Okay, we've only got one searcher now, but we do have a Sabo and we do have a dragon, so our 6 and 8 on turns are looking alright already. Hopefully this Garp gets us something nice for 4. The 4-cost Sabo would be perfect. We can also top deck things. A stage top deck would be lovely. He's grabbed a 3-cost Mihawk, so he's going to have a very explosive start. We've got the Spiral, which is going to be really, really nice later. Let's go with the Garp. That's about the worst possible Garp I think I've ever seen in my life. I guess we take the Stussy and pass. Yeah, that's pretty bad. That's a rough start. We can spend next turn searching, but we currently don't have any searchers. He had the Mihawk, but clearly didn't have anything to play off it. Either that or just prioritizing finding the Chigi, which is fair enough. And we do see the classic issue with Sabo in that they just swing 4 and there's not a lot you can do about it. I'm tempted to just take both. What does this one do? Draw 1, mill 1. Yeah, I'll cycle this out. That's fine. We milled a Roger, but we drew a second other than Sabo. It's not ideal. Yeah, I'll take again. Well, we find something to do this turn, huh? In the stage. Yeah. We can get rid of one of these. I mean, all of this is bad. I think I'm going to get rid of the third 6-cost Sabo first. If that makes sense. Let's take a Morley here just to have, yeah, just have some. And we'll do 5-5. I'm not going to prioritize these Peronas. And I don't really value keeping the Garp because we're not planning on playing Stussy in this matchup. So we'll just go 5-5. He'll take one, counter one, I would assume. Unless he really feels like countering both, which is fair, I guess. Does give us a Hiyori. And then another Hiyori, okay. I feel like the Hyoris could have been alright. But I guess he disagrees. We're going to see probably Tashigi or Cavendish come out here. He does have the luxury of playing Cavendish this turn. Because we don't have a guy. But he only has Tashigi. Still pretty good. Yep, absolutely. And then 8 lead. We're already in a pretty tough spot. There's the Sabo I would have liked last turn. It'd have been nice to have something on the board, but what can you do? I'm going to definitely ditch the Stussy now. We'll just take a 2k. It doesn't really matter which of these I'll take. I'll take a hack, I guess. Then we'll go with our Sabo. Sabo effect. Bing bong. And then swing for 7. But we're already in a pretty tough spot, right? We're at 2 lives, so I'm a little concerned. We do have a nice number of 2Ks at least. We've got 3. But this amount of bricks as well. We can ditch 1 per turn with the stage, but yeah, this Sabo being another brick, it does sometimes cause this deck to have approximately 1 trillion bricks in hand. Potentially, I should have just countered one of the 4s early with that Morley that we had super early on. But I really was hoping to find something. And I mean, we got the stage, so opponent thinking hard here. I imagine we'll see an 8 with Shigi. And then some amount of swings with leader. Not really sure how much. The problem is if we block the 8 immediately, he can just pile the other Dons on and just attack into Sabo. 6. I'm just going to 1k this one. I don't know what's going on here. What's he got for 6 Don? There's the 8. I was expecting that. What is this for 5? Cavendish? Cavendish Koshiro, I'm guessing. I'm guessing that's Cavendish Koshiro. We do need to counter out this turn because we are already struggling somewhat for counter. This has to be Cavendish Koshiro, right? Zoro. Koshiro. And a Don for fun. Nope, he has a Hiyori, sure. Okay, well, we don't have any searchers, actually, so that Hiyori is going to be a touch annoying. But he only has 3 in hand, so we might be able to deal with Jashigi this turn. We might. Let's ditch one of these 4-cost Sabos, because these are completely useless. I'll just take a 2k there. That's perfect. Now we can either Red Dragon or Black Dragon. I think I actually quite like the Black Dragon, excuse me. And I think I'm going to... What are our swings looking like? If we play the Black Dragon, it's like 7 with this and 8. Now we can go... this can only put on leader. See, it's going to be 7... 8, sorry, 8, 8. It's not great swings. That's not great. If he has 1 2k, he can just 2k Koshiro. We're probably better off going at life here. And then next time we go with the Red Dragon and the Black Spiral. Let's go with this. We'll send back the Waxing Fist, the Koala, and the Morley. Resummon this. Use this effect. Bing bong. Use this effect. And then we've got 8-8. Yeah, if he'd given us 2Ks, but up to this point, I would be tempted to attack this Jashigi. But I simply don't think it's worth it. And I might even not swing this. I might even not swing this. No, I think we're going to need the pressure. I think we are going to need the pressure at some point. Because we can't just go forever, right? This isn't a matchup where, like, Stussy's good. And I think in 1 or 2 more turns here, we are going to have to go for it. So I'm going to swing the Sabo. As much as it may seem a little risky. Next turn, we're almost certainly going with Dragon Spiral. If I toss this Sabo and we find a Black Dragon, I might go Black Dragon. Actually, we have another one. No, we don't have another one of these in there. Maybe that's a reason to toss this then. 8. I'll block 1k this. Or block 2k, excuse me. Doesn't really matter which of these 2Ks we use. This is the only one with any effect. This is just a backup target for Black Dragon. So 7 more left. He can go 12-12. That will just work. Looks like he has something to play though. Law. Should have probably played over the Hiyori. And then picked up the Perona, I think. Because now he's going to have to pick up like the Hiyori, which kind of sucks actually. Okay, he's just replaying the Chigi. That works too. If he was going to replay the Chigi, then it doesn't really matter. You're probably better off playing over the Perona. Or even the Zoro, in that case. Because the Zoro is a bit... you know? He can swing 6 with it right now. Is about the best use. 8 here. Yeah, we're definitely saving that. We'll give him the hack. Yeah, this does swing. But we'll counter this one and then take the last one. And we've got the Spiral to negate his leader next turn if he does go for a big, like, all-in play. I should have 2 of them now. No trigger. I wonder if we can go quite a lot longer then. I still don't rate Stussy. Do I ever want this? If we find a Black Dragon, would I prefer it? I probably would. I probably would, in all honesty. I think we're definitely ignoring board at this point. It's too late for that. Definitely need to keep 2 up for Spiral. We could just play this from hand. And we have double Spiral. It's kind of fire. We do have to be aware DMG, of course, is one concern. Maybe we do just play this from hand. Yeah, these are literally all bricks. Let's toss the Stussy. Take a 2k. Okay, at least we have one of those. Am I just playing this? It's kind of fire, honestly. I kind of like it. I do kind of like it. We don't have a Roger is one concerning factor. Maybe we just play this, swing these 2, leave all the blockers up. So is that 6, 7, 8, 9? Can go 9, 9 to Shigi, but he's just going to block and 2k, 1k. So I'd rather go at life. Okay, goes to 0. I'm not swinging these. I'm not swinging these. We leave 4 up, 3 blockers. He can't get lethal. We can potentially go for it next turn, depending on what ends up happening on this turn. But the spiral being guaranteed to fire is very, 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 very promising. Yeah, I like that a lot. And we do have and 2k if it comes to it. These are all 8, which is going to make it hard for the Zoro and the Law to swing, so we can just go block, block. The Tashigi may well swing 8. I will block 2k that one, I think. And then from there, the leader will be negated by Spiral. But we'll see. We'll see what happens here. 10 on for Shanks, sure. I mean, I guess that Stussy would have been alright for clearing that, but I don't think that's the plan. I don't think so. He did play over the Hiyori as well. So that is now gone. I think I would have maybe played over the Zoro, in all honesty. Just because then you can use the Hiyori to grab one more card. This Zoro's fine, though. I guess if we have this many blockers, he might just need the swings. Like the raw number of swings. Well, I love this Roger. We milled him earlier with the fist trigger, didn't we? Yeah, there's one more in there somewhere. 8, eh? So we're going to go what? I kind of want him to go all in. I'm pretty sure we can counter all of this, so that's why I'm doing this. We just... So what's his swings? 2 Don... He can't play any cards, right? Yeah, so it's 2 Don for Law to swing 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 9. It's really bad. It's really bad. We can go block 2k here. 100%. And we don't care if these blockers don't get tapped now, because we have Roger. That was a very nice last life grab, I will say. We got a little bit lucky there. So he has 1 Don open. Let's just go block. Black Spiral. Negate. Resolve. And then we have our Roger to win the game. Very nice. Well played to our opponent. We got a little bit lucky there with the Roger off the top, off the last life. But in all honesty, at 0 life with 2 blockers, and we have 5 swings, 6 swings with the dragon, we might have actually been able to get there anyway. But this is simply better. It doesn't really matter which order we swing. He has to counter literally all of them. This can only be 1 Don for DMG, I'm assuming. I don't think he'd be playing like Trichilia Cosm. 2k, 2k. Shout out Big Rog. What a guy. And the Spiral was very, very useful for making me feel very comfortable in those last couple of turns. 2k, 2k. There's another 8. And you see what I mean? If we started playing board, we wouldn't have had him at this 0 life position. And even if we drew the Roger, we wouldn't have been able to win with it. So that's why I was prioritizing just hit face. We know we can survive just. So you got to just go for it. I think potentially he could have maybe done some things differently. Giving the Zoro around for ages was a bit, I don't know, a bit strange. It's not the best card in the world into Sabo. And I think just passing those blockers up last turn was very important. Yeah, well played to our opponent. Let's move on. So let me know, what do you think of the games? What do you think of the deck? Again, apologies, no Emu games in this video. I just kept running into Zoro and Ace. Hopefully showcase those matchups off decently though. The only match I lost today was a mirror where I lost dice and drew kind of bad. So I'm not going to feel too bad about that one. Other than that, I beat all the Aces and Zoros that I ran into, which I thought was quite surprising. I was expecting Zoro at least to be quite difficult, but did win all the matches into him in ranked. Again, my rank is a little bit low. We're at 600 million at the minute. So I've not been playing a ton of ranked. Been playing a lot of OP14, right? But we'll get there, and hopefully we'll find some more Emu games soon. And I will be revisiting this guy once that Koala promo, this one, not promo, once the Koala from the Heroine set does come out. I'm quite excited to revisit him again. Try the new card. Either way, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a lovely rest of your day.